Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a new LEGO set reveal video. Today we're looking at set number 10333. This is the Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr set. This is going to be retailing for $459.99 USD or $599.99 Canadian. Has 5,471 pieces, and I'll save you the time. It actually comes to 8 cents per piece. It's going to be available beginning on June the 1st for LEGO Insiders. If you are not a member, you're going to have to wait until June the 4th. But if you purchase this set between June 1st to the 7th, if it's still in stock, you will get this set. This is set number 40693, the Lord of the Rings Fell Beast. This is a pretty interesting set. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm interested in the existence of the set, but the execution of it, it's very simple, very small parts of it. I like that it's perched on there with the feet and everything. It's all brick built pretty much, most of that. The tail can move around. It's the head that just seems very simple to me. I don't know, just not a lot of detailing there. And I get that this is a promo. Like, they're obviously not going to go too far out with this thing. There is a saddle there for a Nazgul to be riding it, which does look pretty cool. It's just the new torso there for it, I think, but the rest of it, it's nothing new. Cool hood piece there for that. I think the newer hood is much more fitting for that, and I like the sword piece being used. I will say something else that's surprising is the wings. The fact that they created this piece for that, that's really cool. Originally it was rumored to have 2 other figures. Not seeing them here, so leakers have been a bit off when it comes to this sort of stuff recently. So now I have actually been sent Barad-dûr early to review, so we're going to have that out very, very soon. But the promo was not sent along, so I'm going to try my best to get this off of eBay or Bricklink and maybe do a review of this. But anyways, let's go back to the set. You can find time codes if you want to hop around to the different topics that we're going to be talking about here in this video for the set. And specifically, just talking about other smaller Lord of the Rings sets at the end, and just the general vibe that people have towards these. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the set itself. I think it is a gorgeous model, absolutely phenomenal. Like, just this is something that we have been waiting to get for such a long time. I think that this, to me, was always, out of the 2 towers, this was always the one that I liked more, because of the giant eye, and just its location was just much more interesting to me than Orthanc. And if, you know, let's say it was reversed, this came out back in the day and Orthanc came out now, I think that I definitely would have gotten this as a kid. I passed on Orthanc, especially because they had that small little battle set, and that was enough for me. That's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about this set. It is absolutely massive. It has some huge proportions here. It is 17.5 inches wide and 35.2 inches tall. I love the aesthetic of this, is obviously the thing that's drawing me in. The lava and all the rocks down below look incredible. You can even see just how the rock features and everything continue up on the side there, which just looks cool. And it continues all the way up this tower, which, by the way, like, there's so many details here, all the little points and everything here. It looks great. All of the parts that they're using for these little towers and everything. I feel like, in a way, it's sort of this giving you this forced perspective where up close on the ground floor it's minifigure scale, and then as you go up it's getting a lot smaller, and as you continue you could see, like, it's the gates and everything, the doorways, they're a lot smaller and miniature than you would have down below. Again, going just up, all these spikes, all of these blade pieces and spears all being used there is incredible. But at the very top, obviously, is the biggest draw, I'd say, for the build of this set, and it is the Eye of Sauron at the top, with all of those incredible trans orange pieces and the yellow pieces and all of that being used there. And it's so striking. I love that a lot. I love all the brown up there too. You can, of course, angle this and move this around. There's a light brick included for you to actually light up the eye. The build of this is crazy. Like, it's actually a whole modular system. You can even, if you get multiple of the sets for the crazy price that it is, or maybe you could build your own thing. I saw some people saying it was small, but I actually had the privilege to see this last year early in Denmark, and they showed what you could do if you can actually combine multiple parts of that top part of the tower and just make this thing so much taller and massive, which is just a crazy thought. Anyways, let's go through the set. So when you walk through the door, which this door can actually be opened up, which is really cool. When you do that, there is this skeleton hanging in a cage that also is unraveled. That's a really neat feature there, where it's all connected to the doorway inside of this dungeon section. It's also an armory and sort of a blacksmith area. There's a little bit of a cave section to the right for Gollum to sort of hide out in. The next level up is this dining hall, which I think is a lot of fun. They obviously took a lot of liberties when it came to actually designing the interior for this, since it doesn't really have a large presence in the films, at least the interior. The next room up is Sauron's throne room, and it looks amazing just with that throne, how he could sit there. It also opens up, revealing this secret room in behind where he's got this map of Middle-earth, which just looks awesome. A ton of fun little references included in there. They even fixed the map from Rivendell last year, where they've moved Orthanc away and across where it's supposed to be. And then I think they added a new location here, which I'm wondering if that's going to be potentially another set in the future. It looks to be something from Rohan. Sort of looks like Edoras, but I don't know. That'd be really cool. Could also maybe be Helm's Deep. I'm not too sure, but I will say Minas Tirith is here again. And there's another reference here, of course, inside of the orb piece there on that minifigure head. You could see the white tree of Gondor. It's on fire, which is cool. Up above, you've got a study there for the mouth of Sauron. I love all those different scroll pieces there, as well as you could see on the sticker in the shelf, there's a miniature version of the Fell Beast. Cool that it's being included in here. Up above, there's this really cool portrait of Sauron again with the one ring. And then there's this other sort of study up above, which has this ladder that can rotate and spin around, as well as there's this 2x3 scroll. So again, they obviously took a lot of liberties when it came to the interior here, but I think it looks great, just again featuring certain things here. And there is actually another side build there of Mount Doom for Sam and Frodo, all to fight Gollum there, with tossing the ring into the fire, which is really, really cool. Let's talk minifigures, though, and go through everyone. So, obviously, the main draw for this is the Sauron figure. Like, there's just no denying that. That's so cool. Biggest surprise here, I think, for the set. Looks amazing. That whole headpiece there with the shoulder pads and the armor looks great. The printing is amazing. I love the weapon that he's got there. But I will say, height-wise, I would have loved if this had the Avatar arms and legs here, the Toy Story ones, because I just think that would have looked and fit him a lot better. Also, again, using some pictures from Denmark, you could see they actually had the chance to design what Sauron's face would look like underneath. That's the first time ever, they said. So that's really cool that they got to come up with this design for what it looks like underneath the helmet. And you could see we've also got included the mouth of Sauron, which is awesome to see back here. I never got that Blackgate set, so I'm happy that we've got this here. New torso, new legs and all that, and the face, as well as a new helmet. It is actually a little bit different than the other ones. Then you've got Samwise, and he's got the Phial of Galadriel, which is a great inclusion there, and a sword. Unfortunately, not Sting, but I get why, because they would have had to bring that whole pack on over. And then you've also got Frodo here with the ring, and you might have seen that they had helmets in another image, and that's actually what's called a family pack, and you get a bunch of different helmets all together, again, like those Lord of the Rings weapons from last year, and they specifically have 2 unique helmets for each of them, which looks great. Speaking of new unique parts, we have here Gollum back, who looks awesome. I love the fact that they brought him back. I love just the design of this. The new face is just more in Lego style, which is awesome to see. And I will say that, you know, it's a perfect new element. He's got a new movie coming out that they're going to start working on soon. So who knows what that could mean Lego-wise. Here's Gothmog, another character we have never gotten before in Lego form. It's awesome to see. I love the face print. Really creepy. Just that whole, oh my goodness, they captured that so well. Love the armor piece there too, giving him a bit of bulk. You could see here we've got a green orc, and they've got a hammer. And then you've got another green orc there. That's a brand new shield element that they've created. I love the use of the goblin hair and the ears there from Harry Potter. Recolored here works really well. Another 2 orcs included here. One of them is sort of like the chef, and then another one has one of those new helmet pieces, which just looks really, really awesome. Minifigure wise, I don't think that this is as impressive as Rivendell's from last year. I think that something really cool would have been to get Isildur as well as Elrond, having them also be able to throw the ring or not throw the ring into the fire would have been a really cool thing here, and just giving us some more characters and different things that we've never gotten before. I've seen some people wanting the Witch King and different things. There's a lot that I think is sort of left to be desired here. It's hard not to compare the Rivendell set to this, but I still think like the fact that we're getting this after all this time, it's technically as well a Lego Batman movie set. It's very exciting for me. It's just something that I've always wanted, and I hope that again that map is maybe an indication for more stuff to come next year. I'd love a large, huge, detailed model from Lord of the Rings every year. And this is what's going to lead into this discussion that I want to have. It's about how people really want play sets for Lord of the Rings. Now, I'm going to pass along a message from Lego. Don't shoot the messenger. I said this last year and everyone's getting upset with me when I'm just saying what Lego said. They did a lot of research and realized that it was time to bring back Lord of the Rings and at least try it with a large-scale model. They saw that there was a market for this with the adult fans of Lego, and that if we wanted more Lord of the Rings sets, then obviously that would have to do well. Clearly it did. We got this one that was obviously already in the works at the exact same time or around that time. Growing up, for me, obviously I remember when the original films and different things came out, but then when The Hobbit came around and then the Lego theme came around, like it was a big thing. There's not really that push right now, besides what, Rings of Power, which also wasn't really too well received, I don't believe. So I think that with this new Gollum film, it does give Lego a reason, because we've obviously seen how much they put stock into wanting to collaborate with new films. I hope that that means that maybe with that movie, they've got the new Gollum piece here. I would love for more sets and do something like they did with The Hobbit, where they do, all right, here's our Lord of the Rings wave of sets, and then also here's our Gollum stuff like they did with The Hobbit. Obviously, last year, Rivendell did well, and I have no doubt that this is going to do super well as well. Like, I saw just the excitement that people had about this from just the couple 1-minute teaser that we had, and I really want Minas Tirith. That location is just so gorgeous, and just seeing how they've done these two, I just really want to see more. Oh my goodness. But yeah, obviously, I'd love small sets. I'd love medium size sets. I'd love some in between. And I understand that this is way out of people's price range and that it's just very expensive and that you want more affordable stuff. But, you know, I like I was saying all throughout this, is I missed out on a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff growing up. I had to pick and choose between what Star Wars sets I wanted. Superheroes and different things was just starting out too. The first large set that I got was the Death Star, and that took me years to save up for, and I just remember always loving and looking at these sets in the catalog and being amazed by them. I never hated them. I never was, upset by their existence. The difference here, and I see this disdain towards this in Rivendell, is that this is the only offerings for people besides Brickheads, and that's where this frustration, I think, is coming from for people. And all we can do is continue to let Lego know that, there is actually an interest for smaller sets from everyone, not just adults. There's younger people, obviously, that watch these videos and comment on them and sharing their thoughts and opinions. And I passed it along last year with Rivendell, and I'll pass it along this year with this as well. But if you want to hear some ideas for other sets, I do have a video talking about top 10 Lord of the Rings sets that I'd love to see them do. And also stay tuned for the review for this as well. But anyways, everyone, be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so that you don't miss out on future Lego Lord of the Rings set news and updates. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.